I now would like to invite to the stage Don Peterson, who will introduce the Trustee Leadership Award for Roger Ferguson. Roger, I just want to thank you before Don does, personally, for all of your support of CED. Roger is on our board of directors. Roger is a former co-chair. Roger is the reason I'm here. And Roger, your extraordinary generosity to CED just can't be recognized enough. And thank you for all that you do. Don Peterson also is on our board. Don is a former co-chair of CED and convinced Roger to join the board of CED, but it was Ed Fitzgerald back in the 80s who invited Don Peterson to join the board. Ed was a long-time, former chairman of CED a long time ago, Northern Telecom and so forth. So Don is the former chairman and CEO of Avaya and has been involved with CED for a very long time, and with that, Don, welcome.
It's my pleasure to welcome Roger tonight and to present to him the 2014 Trustee Leadership Award. The Trustee Leadership Award recognizes an individual's exceptional service to CED's Board of Trustees and the special contributions he or she has made to CED's policy research, outreach, and impact programs, and the overall governance and administration of the organization. Roger Ferguson has been instrumental in building support for CED's policies and programs, especially in areas of fiscal health, education, and global competitiveness. He served as co-chair of our executive committee for the past 3 years and continues to be active in helping CED develop and advocate for reasoned solutions to our nation's most critical policy issues. Roger is president and CEO of TIAA-CREF, a soon-to-be $900 billion financial services company that is dedicated to serving people in the public service, particularly in the field of education. He's also the former vice chairman of the Board of Governors of the U.S. Federal Reserve System. And it was Roger who led the Federal Reserve's response to the terrorist attacks on September 11th, providing both continuity to the U.S. financial system and reassurance to the global financial community. As a civic leader, Roger serves as chairman of the Business Higher Education Forum and is a member of the Council on Foreign Relations and the President's Council on Jobs and Competitiveness. He also serves on the boards of the Institute for Advanced Study, Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, and the American Council of Life Insurers. CED is grateful for Roger's leadership and support, and we, and particularly I, am pleased to present him the 2014 Trustee Leadership Award. Roger?
Don, thank you very, very much for those very, very kind words. One of the things that one should know, in full disclosure, is Don is also on the Board of Trustees of TIAA-CREF, so when he invited me to become more active in CED, my only response was, of course. But it's truly been my honor and my pleasure to be part of the CED family. I want to also, before I go any further, take a moment to recognize and acknowledge all the other honorees, some of whom I've known for some time, some of whom I've just met this evening, but I am truly humbled to be in your company as well. And with that in mind, I want to take a moment to thank CED for putting me in this enviable position by recognizing me with this award. It has really been a great privilege to be part of CED as a trustee for the past 6 years, and then also to be a co-chair for the last 3 years, as Don has indicated. In that role, I would say the most valuable thing I did was to find Maggie Wilderotter as my successor, who you've already seen here, and she's been spectacular already. So Maggie, thank you for stepping in so that I could gracefully step out of the role. So like many in this room, I got involved with CED because I had such admiration for the organization and the tremendous impact that it's had on our nation's and indeed the world's strength and prosperity. Some of you may know, some of you may not, that CED was very instrumental in the Bretton Woods agreements and in rallying business support for the Marshall Plan in the 1940s, and has since that time been in the forefront of thoughtful research and analysis that's made a real difference in a number of areas, such as education reform, as you've just heard, campaign finance reform, and corporate governance, just to name a few examples. More recently, has begun tackling critically important issues like increasing the number of women on corporate boards and promoting sustainable capitalism in the wake of the worst financial downturn since the Great Depression. So I've been very honored to be part of that legacy of great intellectual contributions. But actually, there's something more important that has drawn me to CED, and frankly, that I think CED shares in common with my own company, TIAA-CREF. And that is that CED lives its values every day. CED focuses on promoting core principles like sustainable capitalism, long-term growth, and fiscal health. But it does so, importantly, in a nonpartisan way. It does not seek to advance a particular political point of view or a particular business interest, but rather to promote sustainable economic growth and development for the benefit of all Americans. And that kind of focus, it's those kinds of values that I think can enrich the business community, but certainly has made working with CED a pleasure for me. As a CEO of a leading mission-based company, I know exactly how important values are to the success of any enterprise. Don has already given you a little introduction to TIAA-CREF. We were founded in 1918. As he indicates, we are soon to be a company that manages nearly $900 billion in assets. For many people in the not-for-profit sector in particular. We are proud to serve in my company almost 15,000 institutions, some of whom are represented here this evening, and well over 4.5 million Americans. And our goal at TIAA-CREF is to ensure the financial well-being of millions of Americans who have spent their lives dedicated to the service of others. In our company, as with CED, it is values that are so important. We know, and CED knows, that values form the culture of an organization, and together values and culture are the things that drive behavior in organizations. And I stand here today as the CEO of a financial services company, and one would certainly say that if we think back over what's happened since 2008, it may well be that the loss of trust and confidence in financial services is due to the fact that maybe many institutions lost their way when it came to those essential issues of value and culture. We at TIAA-CREF have recently done a refresh of our values. We've rededicated ourselves to putting our client interests first, to valuing our people, importantly, to acting with integrity, to delivering excellence, to taking personal accountability, and to acting as one team. And we've done that because we recognize that the thing that separates success from failure, particularly in a trust-based business such as financial services, is not just the investment acumen, and we have plenty of that. It's not just the ability to provide objective advice, as we do at TIAA-CREF, but it's really living up to and working in the context of those values. So the bottom line for us at TIAA-CREF and the bottom line for CED is that values and culture are fundamental to business success. They should be at the top of every leader's priority list. Through its work, CED promotes the kind of values and culture that enable business leaders to serve the public interest in a reasoned, analytical, and powerful way. It has therefore been my privilege to serve as a trustee to help advance the CED's important works, and I thank you and everyone at CED for giving me this opportunity and for giving me this honor. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Roger, and congratulations, and thank you again for your great generosity to CED.